What's today? The 4th?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Jesus. There we go.
We forgot the fight.
No, they did this. They did say that.
I know, but no,
They forgot that.
forgot it this week. Yeah,
There we go.
there was no fight this week.
Welcome.
It is, what's today? 4th?
Yes, it is.
4th of December.
Yes.
I may be the only one at the table that's still an Eagles fan, but
Hey, I was there.
We're all Eagles fans.
I know you were there.
I had my
know.
Snickers bar today. It's okay. I had my Snickers.
Oh,
It was a dark chocolate one, by the way, in case anybody wanted to know.
Love dark chocolate. Love dark
I
chocolate.
love dark chocolate. Dark chocolate, so much better than milk chocolate.
I like milk chocolate better, but
Really?
yeah, that's just me.
Do you really?
I do.
I
Right,
love
so-
dark chocolate.
All the dark chocolate you get, you can give to me. And I'll,
We'll flip flop.
yeah, exactly.
That's fine. But yeah, everybody was making fun of it
Hey,
last
there you
week. But that's all the talk now in Philly is Dougie's not doing a good job. Just saying.
Oh, so we're gonna start with this, or we're gonna end with this?
just like today, these rooms these walls are bugged, just like you said.
Timeout.
Mac Hollins is going to get picked
Timeout.
up by the Dolphins.
I'm going to throw the challenge flag right away.
Uh-oh.
You were brought on as job Phillies fan.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Yes, I was.
All right.
Oh, not Eagles fan. So okay. So you're only allowed to talk Phillies.
That's fine.
You-
Zach Wheeler today, big pickup.
all right. So let's get serious. If
We can.
We can. Not quite sure, but
Yeah.
it's Wednesday, December 4th. This is This Fan's View. He's John. That's Mario. He's just back from Miami.
Yep.
So welcome everybody out there. Y'all know who
Carl.
I am.
By the way.
We're here. It's Wednesday night, and no better place to be. I see we got a bunch of people already jumping on board.
Yes, we
Mhm.
do.
But
Not off. They're
you know,
jumping on.
couple jumping off.
No,
No.
not jumping on.
No,
They did
not
that
at
Sunday.
all. Not at all. Not at all. So we're here for the next hour. We're going to try to talk Philly sports and not just
Philly sports, absolutely.
Snicker Boy over here.
We got
But
stop
next,
flying flyers. We got a lot of things going on.
next Wednesday we'll be at PJ Willahan's in Newtown Square.
Big show.
Yeah, baby.
We've got this is our 6th live remote out there, and we're pretty excited to have Villanova star Chris Jenkins from 2016. I don't think he needs a whole lot of introduction.
Nope. And don't forget the big guy.
And the big fat guy, Chris Kringle. You big fat guys, and he's coming in. He's making a special trip in.
Yep, from the North
So
Pole.
From the North Pole, yes. Coming in from the North Pole.
that's next Wednesday. So come out, join us. We're gonna have some phenomenal things going on. Check out the page because we're doing a toy drive for our family.
Mhm.
So any donations are gladly accepted. Like I said, check the page out. You can see what the children need, and we're going to try to take care of the parents as well. Back here at Carl's Cards on the 14th, we got the rifle, Reggie Leach.
Yeah.
Nice.
The following week, the 21st, we got the tank, Hollis Thomas. Sorry about that. I do make mistakes. I'm not perfect.
Really?
Hollis Thomas. So he'll be here the 21st. And on 12/24, we'll have our annual Christmas party. So you don't want to miss any of that. It's all free. It's all free. There's no charge for anything. Come out, enjoy,
Have fun.
have fun with us, and job Philly fan. What do you got?
Nice sign today, Zach Wheeler. That was very nice.
Talk to me about the 5-year, $118 million.
That's pretty big.
I got hollered at last week for kicking the tablecloth.
Oh.
They thought there was a fan underneath. So
It was all the hot air that I was blowing.
I gotta try to stop kicking the tablecloth. But anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I think it's a good move.
5 years, $18 million.
Yeah, he's a 30-year-old guy. You know,
You think that's a good signing?
I think so.
No, it's better than signing him when he's 35.
Well,
like
that-
you normally do.
But I mean, it's you had to, because I think it works perfect for us, because now we have another ace to go with Nola.
Okay.
And that still allows us now to hopefully, possibly go big and get Strasburg or Cole. I think Cole's money is going to be a little bit too much.
Cole's going to the Braves.
Wrong Cole.
The wrong Cole.
Wrong Cole.
Oh, wrong Cole.
Garrett
Yeah.
Cole.
Garrett Cole.
Last name Cole.
Yeah,
not first name Cole.
Cole Hamels hurt. That hurts a little
All
bit.
right, great segue. $40 million?
No.
That's what he's going to get.
Oh, that's fine. And then he's not.
$40 million.
Then he's not coming to Philly.
You don't
Yeah.
think?
No, not for Philly.
Not at that number.
All right.
No. That's what was the breakdown? Give
It
the
was-
viewers the breakdown.
$1.25 million per game.
Wow.
Per start based on what? 32 starts?
32 starts.
Right.
And per inning?
It was $600,000 an inning.
And that's if he-
$200,000 an out.
So how many innings are you basing that on?
7.
Okay. Because
Yeah, that changes numbers.
he did.
He was dominant in the playoffs
No, he was.
until a certain somebody went and got him.
No, wasn't a bad move. We were talking about that at the PJs, that it was a bad move at the time. Yeah, it's just a we need a few other spots filled in, for that.
Yeah, that's a
money.
lot of money. And I don't know where that puts him, at the threshold of, the tax.
Right.
I don't think Middleton's into. I know he's into spending stupid money, but I don't know that he's into
Going over the luxury tax.
over the luxury tax and all that sort of stuff.
But,
so
But we had the opportunity, we could, because you're going to have Arietta money coming off the books next year.
that's true.
So I mean, if you had to push it 1 year,
Right.
you're okay. But I just think that'd be a little bit too much to go for pitching that way.
It's a lot of money.
If
It's a lot of money, but as you can see from the World Series, what wins baseball games.
right. Oh no, it definitely does. I mean, and that's why I think we're still a little short right at the moment. We need to get at least one more starter.
So who do you think the other star is going to be?
I was hoping for Hamels.
But although
So now it opens up things for maybe Madison Bumgarner,
right,
which he's a little younger than I thought. He seems to he's only 30 years old, and
right.
I would have thought he was a little older than that.
So Joe Stinger brought up a good point. He said he'd rather have, not have Cole because who we got's got more in the tank.
Yeah, but they're two totally different pitchers.
Right.
You signed a guy 5 years in his prime.
Right.
Yeah.
Hamels is a piece.
Right, and he's
Correct.
for a 1 or 2 year deal at the
You know
moment.
what I mean? And
I
he would
think from now
have
it's
he
gonna
would
be
have
1
filled
year.
that void nicely here in Philly. He's going to Atlanta to hopefully work with a couple of their young pitchers in the
right.
staff.
Right.
But $18 million for Hamels. There's a couple reports out there, and I haven't been able to confirm.
Yeah, which one exactly?
Which one is exactly correct? If it's a 1 year deal at $18 million or it's a 2 year deal at $18 million.
Okay.
There's a couple reports, and I haven't been able to confirm. Most of them are saying 1 year at $18 million. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a guy on the downside.
Right.
But for the Braves, that might be a good hit.
Right. I mean, they got
You know what I
a
mean?
couple young lefties that he can work with. And,
That could help them a lot. But
so maybe Keuchel opens up too.
so let's
Yeah.
let's figure this out, because now the next piece to drop is DD
Yeah.
Gregorius.
Mm-hmm.
Gregorius.
We're just calling him DD. That
Yeah.
name's hard to say.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? Let's go around the horn. I mean, if that happens, he's your shortstop, right?
He'd be your shortstop.
So
and then,
so now what?
well, that would leave you with JT at catching, Hoskins first.
So
Segura, they're saying going to play second base, and Didi at short and Kingery at third.
that's if we get Didi.
Well, it seems like it's a done deal.
Almost a done deal.
Okay, good. I actually kind of like Scotty at third. I
I
do and I don't.
Well, I think last year we were saying he didn't have the arm for third base.
Right.
I think if he knows now that he can still arm out,
Right.
that he'll be able to
Get all off season to work on it.
right. He could play the position.
Would you say hello to your mother, please?
Hi, Mom. She's saying hi to everybody.
I'm just saying, say hello to your mom.
Really?
Don't ignore her.
I
You answer everybody else.
I called her on the way up here.
Okay, well, she's saying hi, guys.
And,
You know, come on. Don't be disrespectful.
well, I think Bohm, Nick.
Not at third.
Well, I think he'll be maybe later on in the year, not to start the season.
You
So-
think they could?
So
platoon him?
what's the negative on Scotty at third base? Give me
The only
what
negative
you're
is
thinking.
the only negative for him there at third base is his arm's not as strong.
So you're saying what? He can't go into the opposing dugout to get the ball and make the play? Not many third basemen can.
no,
Right.
true. I mean, he's adequate there.
Is he
But I think having the offseason though
to work.
to strengthen his arm, I think he can make those throws. Like he was short hopping Hoskins there a little bit. I think those balls will reach it there.
There's still rumors floating around that Josh Donaldson. Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So as it stands now, who do we have? Who's
It's
back?
open. Would you like to try out?
No.
Kingery would be the only third baseman at the moment,
Okay.
unless they move Segura to third. But I guess
Don't see that happen.
no.
They did sign utility man
Josh Harrison.
Josh Harrison from the Pirates,
Right.
which I mean, I doubt he's your opening day starter at third base.
Right. You would.
But-
Yeah. Because then that would put Kingery in the flex spot going.
But let me throw this scenario at you. Bohm goes to spring training, lights out.
Mm-hmm.
Do they still send him back, or do they keep him on the roster and give him a shot?
Lights out, hitting or lights out fielding.
Both. He's
like-
lights out. He opens a lot of eyes and gives you that can't miss kind of attitude. Where do you go?
Well, then he's our third baseman. Like we said earlier, this off the summer. Bohm, his bat plays everywhere in baseball.
Correct.
Okay.
It's just his footwork at third base. Defensively, can he play third base? Can he play first base? Footwork wise, I mean,
So-
my only problem is he's our future third baseman is what he's being touted as, and he plays first base at Red, and he plays first base when he's playing for Team USA.
But that's only occasionally.
Right.
But
His dominant position is third base right now.
Well, he needs to be playing there all the time. Like he shouldn't be mixing first base in at all.
So he gets a taste of the big leagues in spring training,
Mhm.
and they send him to AAA for the majority of the season.
Well, I don't know if they would do the majority, whatever that 6 weeks or whatever it is, so they can get that extra year of control.
So basically, you don't look for a big move for a third baseman, and you let Scotty kind of take over there until you make the move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be the move.
Unless there's a trade coming, unless something develops and you move,
Hoskins
Segura,
or Bohm or
yeah. I mean, unless you really do something crazy.
right. That would be the only move that you could see them doing is, going out for like a Matthew Boyd or another young guy that's controllable.
Before we leave the Phillies, I don't know if we ever discussed with you whether you accepted Joe Girardi or not. Are you on board with Joe?
No, absolutely.
You're going to give him the full
He's
3
gonna be good.
years. You're okay with that?
Oh, absolutely.
You're okay with that?
Absolutely.
I'm asking for a friend.
You're asking for a friend?
I'm just checking in. That's all.
Does he need a Snickers bar too? No, I mean, Girardi's not the problem. Or wouldn't be the problem. The only problem we have right now would be Clinton and McPhail.
I can see that.
I mean, that's our issue.
Tech goes out and addresses Zach Wheeler today.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. So that's been one of your pet peeves.
Yep.
Right.
So that works. That works nice.
Okay. So we're heading up the
slope nicely.
Okay. give me your. He's egging me on.
He's still on
Yeah.
the
I'm still in Miami.
Jet lag.
Yeah.
So give me your opening day outfield.
We got right field.
Opening day.
Harper's locked in.
Right.
And hopefully McCutcheon's going. Well, hopefully. Back? Well, I think he'll be in the mix. I mean, as far as I don't know if he'll be 100% by opening day.
Okay.
I think we need to sign Dickerson, which will be nice.
Okay.
The two of them can platoon out there.
If we don't, who do they mix him in with?
It depends on what they do with Jay Bruce, because he's under contract here.
Right.
So I mean, maybe Bruce is the guy right to start the season, depending on how long.
Okay. Because you're not going to have Scotty as a utility guy anymore.
Right, because he'd be the third baseman,
right?
Unless
well, you will, because you've got moving parts.
Unless you don't get a third baseman though.
Right.
That would be the reason you want to.
I know you're kind of waving a little bit, with this Bohm thing. You know what I mean? But don't you think?
Oh,
they're waiting and holding that position for him.
Oh no, I mean he's the perfect fit for the Phillies because he'd be under control. He's cheap. We don't have to go get a Donaldson and spend 20.
Right.
If we go get a Donaldson or Moustakas went on to Cincinnati, but if you got a guy like that or a Rendon, you're spending $25 million. That's another pitcher that you could have, and we need the pitcher more than we need a potential replacement for Bohm, because you have the only problem we have with Bohm, or at least I do, that I see, is that he's not defensively able to play third base.
He's been sound. I'm hearing a lot of good positive things out of a lot of people.
And I hope that
I hope he's getting stronger, and
I hope that happens. And that, because that right there is the difference between us being serious contenders or not being serious contenders. If
Charlie thinks he can hit 40 bombs.
Oh, you can see he can hit. The bat's not the problem.
So does that convince you that you can overlook some blunders at third base?
We're going to have to.
I mean, is there a perfect third baseman out there?
No, I mean, we'll have.
They all make errors, right?
You're going to have to overdo something.
You're going to have to growing pains, right?
Yep. Yeah, as long as he's not a butcher out there, it'll be fine.
Okay.
And he's, like I said, he's perfect because he saves us. It gives us the ability to get another pitcher.
Which is what we need. Good segue. So Strasburg, does he decline and come looking?
He's already declined.
Yeah, he's already declined.
He's already declared. He's a free agent.
So, do we opt for him?
Oh no, he's a guy that's going to be on the horizon.
He's 35 million.
Right.
Okay.
He's going to be right under Cole, and that's going to put you over the
cap.
Yeah, it's just I don't see how you can fit him in.
Well, you got to do it for 1 year, because like I said, you're going to lose Arrieta next year. That's 25 of the 35 million. So
right.
Yeah, but then that puts you in a bad spot moving forward.
Well, not really, because
you're talking about 1 year. It's going to probably be a 3, 4, 5 year type deal. So doesn't that start to kick in with Harper's larger money?
No, because Harper's money isn't going to increase.
It's going to start to. It's
a little bit, but it only
up.
goes from like 25 to
only.
But I'm just saying I don't think so.
How many $30 million players you going to run out there?
Well, you see what you got to do. I mean, do you think Wheeler, Nola, Arrieta, and Eflin is enough?
No.
Well, if Arietta's healthy and you can
If.
grab 15, yeah, I know. That's
I know.
an I and an F.
I know. Well,
I get it. I get it. But you signed him.
it's an incomplete and a failure.
Okay. All right. And we've already had 2 years of that.
Right.
All right. So he owes us. He owes us a good season.
We hope so.
Oh, is he your new whipping boy?
No,
Let me write
not.
this down. So let me write this down. December 4th, 2019. Our new whipping boy.
I'm not saying he's our whipping boy, but I'm just saying.
Well, you gave me
He's
the
an-
I and the F.
Right. Well, it's incomplete.
Give me the butt.
The butt. Well, but we don't know.
Doesn't he owe us? Doesn't he owe us something?
But he's 35 years old.
He's owed us
He's older.
a good season for a while.
Well, I mean,
and he's been okay.
and I'm trying to be optimistic here.
No,
You know what I mean?
Even the
If
past
he's
couple years, he's been
healthy-
okay. He's been okay. He's not $25 million worth. So
That's what we're talking about, Nick.
Yeah.
The Phillies are not going over the luxury tax. That's what we're trying to hammer out here with Job Philly fans.
right.
But he's not having much of it.
Oh, but what I'm saying is, and that's fine. You may not do it this year, but you'll have that money next year. I mean, right now,
Do I need to take a TV timeout and go get you a Snicker bar?
I'm just saying. You see what we just got there. Like I said, is that enough? Wheeler, Nolan, and Arrieta
Enough to win the division?
win a division or get us to deep into the playoffs.
Well, you only need 2 pitchers in the interrupted.
Sorry about that.
We've got
Did we start a new one?
Yeah,
Or
we got a new one.
we
Sorry.
start a new one?
we've got some nasty weather here floating through Havertown. The bear has moved on,
Yeah.
by the way. There was a bear sighting in Claymont, Delaware today. So
Yeah.
he's moved on. That's a pretty fast
From-
bear.
From
Yes.
what I heard, he was on my street.
Oh yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think so, but
I heard there was evidence of him being on Gramercy Drive. So, and I know he was in Clifton. My sister said he was spotted 2 streets over from her.
really,
Yeah. And he was in Alden. So he was all over.
I didn't hear all that.
Yeah, he was all over my area.
Huh?
So
Wonder if it's the same bear or
I think there's
one of
2.
one of your neighbors running around in a bear costume.
That could be.
Maybe
I
one
doubt it.
of your neighbors, I could see him doing it.
I have an alibi. That's all I'm saying. I have an
Are you
alibi.
back on board?
We
are.
are. We're back.
We're all back.
But
Everything good now.
Yep.
But to go back to where we were at, as far as do we have enough? With Arrieta and them, I don't know. I don't think it's and it might be another year process. We take it another step and we get to the playoffs, and then we add another player next year after Arrieta is gone.
So are we bypassing this year already, or
no? Because it's a process,
right?
You're getting.
You can't get all the pieces that we needed in one off season.
No, unless you took that leap and went over the threshold right now.
Yeah.
And for the 1 year hit, and then
Right.
Which if you want to go for it, then you have to do it. And then you're going to lose Arrieta's money next year, and so
Right.
then that'll get you back under.
Okay.
So, it's how much you want to go in right now.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
we still got to re-sign JT, so it's another.
Yeah, I know they offered it to him. He didn't accept it yet, right?
Well, I don't know that they offered him anything just yet.
Okay.
But he's willing to accept that, a fair contract for both sides.
Okay. That's got to happen.
Oh no,
It has to.
Yeah.
So, who's left?
McCutcheon,
Okay.
Dickerson,
So,
Bruce,
right.
maybe Hazley if you go out and get maybe a Starlin Marte.
Okay.
That you would make a trade for him.
When the meetings start, what, the 8th?
Yes, Thursday.
All right.
Is it Thursday the 8th or
No,
no?
because today's the 4th.
4th.
That's Monday.
Where are we going?
Monday.
The winter meetings.
Oh,
It's
I
Monday.
think they start on the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
there's not going to be much business left by then.
There may not be. You're right.
That's
You know.
okay. Do it now. Get
Well,
it done.
that's
Get it done.
that's the bonus for the Phillies. Like I said, getting Wheeler done now. You have your 2 pitchers. If you can get another guy, that's great.
I'm predicting that Clintack's going to make a splash in the trade market.
Mhm.
That's going to, answer a lot of these questions.
Okay.
So
I'm just curious to see what's going to happen next week.
Yeah.
So we'll
they've become boring.
that's
The winter meetings.
They've become
that's
they've become very, very weak and very boring.
yeah. The last several years have been like that.
The
The hype
might be better.
The hype is so high, and,
Right.
and it's the adrenaline for and it might be for what the 2 guys in Cole and Strasburg.
Yeah.
And I got Strasburg going back to Washington. By the way,
Right.
I really do. I think I think that's just a dog and pony show.
Yeah, just like Kershaw,
So-
2 years ago, he opted out and then got the bigger money.
So let's move on, right? You ready to move on?
Whatever we gotta do.
Whatever we got to do.
Your
Yeah.
show.
No, it's our show. It's this
We're-
fan's view. It's their show.
That's right.
Just at almost the halfway mark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's cool.
Right.
Kick the tires on Kershaw. I don't know that I want Kershaw.
No.
I'd rather have Bumgardner.
Right.
I'd rather have Bum at 30 years old.
Right.
If you could make the money work,
Yeah.
I really would. I that's just my opinion.
No, I agree.
But
Him maybe even a Kershaw or Keuchel.
so who's hotter right now, the Sixers or the Flyers? Who's the hotter of the 2 teams?
The Flyers.
Yeah.
Flyers had a great November.
6-1.
Yeah.
They had a great November.
Wow.
And it might be a big blockbuster in the works.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you blew my cover on that because that was,
sorry.
you read my cheat sheet. So,
I didn't read Chi-Chi. We were talking about that today.
But no.
Yeah, that's big.
Before we came on, I guess we were kicking around that apparently things are heating up again between Montreal and Philadelphia. And, I guess they're going to send Gostisbehere out of here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And what
Yeah.
do we get?
Well, that remains
That's-
to be seen. But I think the big part of this is you get cap relief.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're going to get a player back.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just a matter of who that is, and do they extend it with draft picks and make it a bigger deal?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
So who are we hoping for? Anybody in particular, or
well, I'll be honest with you. I just think they're looking to move Ghost finally.
really?
Well, he said he was a healthy scratch for 3 games.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's come back and he's played well,
Played
but
well, right.
I mean that's what happens. But I don't know that he's ever going to play into that contract. And I think they can replace him with Philip Myers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Who's been playing well?
So I mean that's they're playing extremely well.
Right.
They're playing very, very well. The young guys, the speed kills.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The speed, Belinda just mentioned Konechny.
Yeah.
I mean, he just flies up and down the wing.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
You
Put up some highlights, goals.
factor in these other kids, Farabee, Frost. You got great goaltending again last night from
Mhm.
Carter Hart, and that's a big team. I know Toronto's a letdown this year. They got some monster players on that team. I don't know what their problem is.
Right.
They fired their coach already. But
And then
the
still
young
got Nolan
guys,
Patrick coming.
Yeah,
coming back. So
what do you do when he comes back?
Right.
I mean, they're in a good spot. They really are. They're in a good spot. They got great coaching.
Mhm. That's the key.
So you're okay with those guys?
Yeah.
I'm just checking. I'm
mean-
asking. That same friend had me ask.
You got a coach that has marbles.
Okay.
He must have a different feed than I do because I'm not seeing these questions over here.
Oh, there's connecting right there.
No, he keeps on saying he's asking for a friend. I don't see
Oh.
any questions.
That's an inside joke.
No, I know.
It is
I guess. It must not be that much inside now.
nothing inside these walls.
No, there's
is
nothing
sacred.
inside. No.
Nothing. Nothing.
You know, but you gotta be, tough on these guys.
No doubt.
And
No doubt.
and it's showing right now with all the young guys, and hopefully, Voracek and if those guys could be moved, if that possibility with him and Giroux to get the young guys to finally open up completely and take over the team, I think that will be huge. To build that life into the team and not keep looking back at Giroux.
Adam likes our friend.
All right. We like them too, once in a while.
God.
Yeah, so I mean they're playing really good. I mean they're getting good goaltending, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're getting real good goaltending between Hart and Elliott.
Are they letting him play all the time now?
No,
not enough.
They're not.
But
they're not. But it's
working
enough.
right now.
It's working out.
Okay.
Yep, like John said, it's a good combination right now.
Right.
It's a good combination if coach can keep everybody happy.
It's early in the year. You don't want to burn one of them
Right.
out. So you let it go like this right now, and then when you find out
And you
who's
don't
the
want
hot
to get
guy,
in John's doghouse with being the coach. So because that's a bad spot.
well,
That's a bad spot.
all I ask is if you're being a coach is just put your team in the right spot. That's all I
I
say.
agree with you 1,000%.
You do that, and I have no problems with you.
We're getting there. Just
We're
calm,
getting there.
just calm
Sooner
down.
or later.
Just relax.
I got
There's
some.
28. There's 28 minutes left.
I know. I got
Just relax.
I got
Pace
a couple
yourself.
stats that'll
Pace-
blow your mind.
Pace yourself.
We haven't started talking Eagles yet, so
Pace
28
yourself.
minutes might not be enough.
Well, it has to be.
It has to be.
It has to be.
we got yelled at this
I
past week.
got reprimanded for 45 minutes of Eagles talk last week. So,
Yeah.
we've got to let's talk a little hoops.
Yeah.
Talk a little hoops.
Did you like that comment with Ben Simmons after the Indiana game? They're
What'd he
afraid.
say?
They're afraid to lose in front of the home crowd. You don't want to lose in front of the
That's
home crowd,
a good statement.
right? They play defense. They play hard because they don't want to lose.
But that should be every game.
Well, it is. It should be.
It should be every game you don't want to lose, and that's why you do that.
Let's just
Not because the hometown fans are going to, beat the crap out of you.
right. Let's just hope that they keep building on that.
Well,
It's
that needs to be their work ethic every single
True.
time they get out there.
no true.
So-
it's,
So this combination of Joel Embiid and Al Horford working out pretty well.
seems to be.
Seems to
I
be,
think
right?
they're starting to figure out their role between the two of them. Horford saved the game with Utah. They had a big lead, and Horford put in a big game with.
Isn't that basketball?
No, right?
Is it? You 15, 20-point lead is not.
Yeah,
No, it's nothing.
no. And especially for them, they were down 40 at halftime the game before this. So it was a tough road trip for them. But we'll see. And keep it going.
All right,
They're undefeated at home, so that's good.
they're 10-0 at home, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what Ben's talking about. You're 10-0 at home,
Well,
right?
because they got the fear of God in them.
And he still only has the 1 3-pointer.
I believe so.
Yeah,
But at
Yep.
least he
I'm
took
asking
it.
for a friend.
Yeah. I believe he's got that one.
I'm going to wear that out tonight.
That's
Well,
okay.
They've been asking a lot of questions tonight.
We got a great. We got
Got a lot of
it's
friends.
awesome.
We got a lot of
Awesome.
friends.
Got a lot of friends and got a lot of comments and questions and
you go.
You threw out the hard subject last week, and it's tough. It takes a little while to
So let's
Break it
engage
down.
in some Miami Dolphin. What was it like down there?
A lot better than it is here. It was nice and warm.
All right, give me some juice.
Oh, you want you
Give me some
okay.
juice.
So
Give me some juice.
It
I've
was-
been to Florida. I
it
know
was-
how nice it is.
it was Philly South.
Okay.
We were the parking lot we were in. I think there were 2 Dolphins fans. All the rest were Eagles fans.
And let me guess, they were probably wearing jerseys from 1972.
Anywhere from
and Dan Marino.
there was yeah. So one of the guys I was with had a Dolphins jersey on. Grew up with them in Upper Darby, but he's always been a Dolphins fan. He was one of those conflicted.
Sorry to hear that.
I know. He's one of the conflicted. He likes Eagles. He likes the Dolphins, but he
That's
chose.
okay.
Yeah,
It's all right.
But-
It's all good.
but he also ended up not getting into the game. He forgot to buy tickets, waited too long, couldn't get them, and didn't get in.
Oh,
Joe Stinger wants to know if you saved your tickets.
Yeah, it's a digital ticket, so yeah, I do have a copy of it. But I don't really know if I want to keep it. So,
I
but
guess
I mean,
he may want it.
okay, I'll give it to you when we come down for spring training. But the beginning of the game was great. Walked in and there was just Eagles fans everywhere, even the club boxes that we were in. I think there had to be several hundred people in there, and there was not that many Dolphins fans in there. I would say 20 at the most. The guy sitting next to us, there was two guys sitting next to us. They were both Dolphins fans. Everybody else, except for I think one or two people in front of us, were all Eagles fans.
Wow.
We pretty much took over the stadium, and walking through the town, you'd see tons of people with Eagles jerseys on, Eagles shirts, whatever, Phillies, stuff like that. So,
I said there was 40 or 50.
I'm telling you, I think they all hung out in the same places. So Saturday night when we got there, went down to the Parrot Lounge. The Green Legion had a block party there, so they cut off the entire block. There had to be over 1,000 people on this street.
Wow.
Because the bars were packed.
all sober, right?
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Asking for a friend. You know, you want to keep the show PG.
But I will tell you, so I walked into the bar, and I figured, you know what, going to be here for a while, so I got 2 buckets. And 2 buckets was 10 beers. It was only $35, which is really not that bad. But
2 buckets, 10 beers in each.
No.
5 beers in each.
5 beers in each.
Still a great price.
$3.50 a beer. So I'm like, that's I'm okay. I'm okay with that. So we were there probably till about 10 o'clock at night, and it was finally starting to die down at 10 o'clock. I think people probably got too much to drink and went on home. But it was, great experience. Other than the game, no complaints. So,
do you think the temperature was a problem?
No.
People said they wore out.
No. I'm sure it was hotter for them being on the field, running around,
What was
energy,
the
stuff like that.
temperature?
It was 85 degrees.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's
but
a little bit.
Was not humid at all.
No, but
They had
when you're
the
used to
fans with the
30
mist and stuff like that. They actually had guys holding up things
right
over top everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So and is it possible?
So it was 85 degrees. That's a factor. Yeah, because they're not used to. They're up here 30, 40 degrees.
Well, that's the whole practicing in the bubble,
right? Huh?
So we went through that last.
Yep, soft.
So,
softies.
It's possible, but the defense did not show up at all. They got smoked almost every single play. So they show up, we win the game.
If we run the ball, we should win the game.
That's true, but we shouldn't have to score more than 37 points to beat a 2-9 Dolphins team.
No, but if you run the ball, you kill more clock.
Correct.
And then Fitzpatrick doesn't have six possessions that he can.
So we're back to Andy Reid then.
Kind of.
Asking for a friend. So
just saying. It's 7 runs in the second half when you're up 14 points is not good.
Right. I get it.
Right? Am I wrong?
not disagreeing.
Okay.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I could tell at halftime we were going to end up losing this game.
Right.
It was just going in that direction. And from experience, Wentz is not a fourth quarter quarterback.
Well, I almost thought that feeling from
Day one or game one.
The first play of the Eagles' possession.
Why?
Once you get the turnover and then the first thing.
And then do nothing?
Well, no, then he throws the ball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just,
Yeah, I know. I mean, they came out like gangbusters.
It was just
And
like, it was almost
nothing
like,
after that.
it was
nothing
almost
after
like he
that.
was flipping us off.
So, but
You're supposed to should run the ball, and no, we're going to throw
and
a
then it's
bomb.
pass.
That's I can't see past my nose, so don't worry about it. It's all right.
It's tinfoil.
No, it says
I
two.
know.
It says 2 and 15 when the Eagles throw for more than 40 passes in a game. 2 and 15,
And 17-2.
and 17 and 2 when they run the ball more than 100 for 120 yards. So what does that tell you?
So, okay, so try to get in their head a little. Why are they not running the ball?
It's
Peterson's choice.
Peterson's too stubborn.
So he's Andy Reid.
Oh, he definitely is, but he's Andy Reid light.
Oh, a lot of light.
He just they don't have any imagination with their
Yeah,
plays.
he is very predictable.
Yeah.
And that
They have about 10 plays that they run throughout the whole game. It's
well, the trick play.
why nobody's calling a timeout there? I don't know.
It's exactly right. Call a timeout, throw them off, figure out what you're going to do.
But they could have run the same play. They didn't show anything. They put their players in the right position to do things, and they just didn't perform. So it's all on the players. Players aren't good enough. But the talent's good though.
What's that?
The talent's good though. If you ask Peterson, they just didn't perform.
Yeah, there's a lot of things wrong there.
Getting a little quiet over here.
I'm taking it all in.
Okay.
I'm just taking it all in.
So thoughts?
I just, I know injuries are not, not supposed to play into anything.
But
everybody has a lot of injuries. No buts. No buts.
What were you thinking during the game? PG version of what you were thinking during the game.
Very disappointed. Very disappointed.
Yep.
Disappointed in Zach Ertz didn't catch the ball down on the goal line. Disappointed that Jake Elliott missed his first field goal of the season.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was jinxed by the announcers. He hasn't missed
They
one.
said that?
Yeah, he's like he hasn't missed one. He hasn't missed one all year long.
I don't buy into that because they do that all the time.
I know. Yeah,
You know what I mean? You're blaming that on Doug too, I'm sure.
I didn't blame that on Doug.
So
I blame that on the announcers. No,
I think
yeah.
I really. You guys have seen Carson, and I'm a Carson Wentz fan.
Absolutely.
I'm not in the closet, about any of this.
Yep.
I'm a huge Carson Wentz fan. Okay. The jury is still out whether he is a Tom Brady like Wilson from Seattle. Can he be that guy? Can he make the players around him better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can he lead this team in the direction? My problem, they've got a lot of players that are one-dimensional.
Yes, they do. That's a huge problem.
And I just don't know if the chemistry is there. I know he's blaming it all on the coach. Bad coaching, bad play calling, bad clock management, bad Snicker bars in the locker room, bad everything.
Sour pickle juice.
Oh, God.
Maybe they should try the pickle juice. I don't know. When you take out your primary offensive players,
Right.
it's going to factor in somewhere the end result.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. Carson's having a pretty good season. Do we all agree on that?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's having a pretty good year.
Yep.
Even with all these drop passes, bad
Correct.
play calling,
Yeah.
right? Bad coaching.
Yep.
You know, if that there is such a thing.
Right.
I mean, he's got his faults. He's got to,
I look outside the box a little bit, and there's Carolina firing the winningest coach in Panther history. Right?
I would like to see him here.
Right? They fired the winningest coach. So sometimes, all the right decisions are not made.
Right.
Whether it comes from management, whether it comes from the coaches. Me personally, I hang a lot on the players. And I think
they're the ones doing the work.
I think they need to own up to the fact that A, they missed a block, B, they were, offsides or,
that
called for a crazy penalty that I still don't understand. But
which one?
There were several.
That's why I'm asking
there
which
were
one.
several. You know what I mean? I just I get his preparation thing, not coached up. You're making $20 million a year. You need to be coached up. You need to get yourself in the right mood to beat a 2-9 team.
Well, you do, because they took them for granted.
They played down to their opponent, which they shouldn't do.
You gotta.
Hey, I watched it in Philly versus the Detroit Lions.
I know.
The same thing happened.
I know.
The same thing happened.
Yeah.
Okay? It's happened all year. Okay? And if it's a front office problem, if it's a coaching problem, I can guarantee you Jeffrey Lurie's going to correct it. He's not going to stand for it.
Well,
yeah.
And you got a prima donna player in number 17, that has become a locker room problem.
Correct.
And that's bad.
Absolutely.
That is bad. He threw the quarterback under the bus.
Yep.
Okay.
And tried to hide it, by the way.
Okay. He's dropped a few passes that I question.
Yep.
What's going on here. So,
no, true.
I'm hanging the players out. If they don't want to point fingers, I will, because Jalen Mills is back to playing the old style of Jalen Mills.
Right.
You can beat me on every play,
which they did.
I mean, it's been a bad season. It's been a really bad season. This division is horrible.
It is.
The Cowboys,
it's a good thing for us.
The Cowboys lose on Thanksgiving Day to the Bills.
Yeah.
What more motivation do the Eagles need? Motivation?
You would think none. You would think.
So, I mean, they got the best of everything. They get the best meal money, the first-class flights, the best of everything, right? And that's the crap that you throw out there for 40,000 hungry Eagle fans in South Florida.
Took time to come down and watch you play.
It's bad.
I get it.
It's bad. It's bad. And there's so much blame that can be massaged in everybody's minds.
Yep.
Right? It's horrible. It's horrible that you're at 5-7 and now you got everybody Eli's coming to town, and Eli's gonna, he's gonna prove that he should be the starting quarterback.
Yeah. Well,
that's not a good sign.
If that happens,
I'm just telling you right now.
If that happens,
no Snicker bars for you.
No Snicker bar for you. No, it's just that can't happen. That cannot happen.
I'm telling you,
if they don't come out Monday night and crush the Giants,
they're done. Season's over.
I can see a lot of contracts getting torn up.
Like I said, that is just. I'm not saying that they're going to lose, but that is definitely not a good sign that Eli's playing Monday night.
Do you think?
I'm not buying into that.
Yeah. Do you think they did that to get in the Eagles' heads?
No, Jones is hurt.
No, the kid's got a high ankle sprain.
All right. So then,
just like Andy Dalton beat the Jets this past week.
Yeah.
Coming back after being benched, you had that one game that.
But it's Eli. But I think he's lost it.
But it was Andy Dalton too.
I get it.
So I mean, it's and this past week we had Fitzpatrick beat us. It's just like I said. I hope I'm wrong. I just have a bad feeling about it with after hearing that.
Well, you
Eli's
talked
coming
that
back.
trash all last week, and you put the bad juju
And
on
it
the
came,
team.
but it came true. Unfortunately, I don't want to see that.
Well,
You know, I mean, especially after the Cowboys lose to the
Tyler
Bills.
and I are trying to figure out whether you're a true Eagles fan or what the deal is here.
I'm a diehard Eagles fan. Just do the right things. That's all.
Like 86 catch the ball, 17 catch the ball,
Yeah.
13 catch the ball, 88 block,
And
26 lay it all out there.
and not throw the ball 40 times.
See,
And I'm not.
You know why?
I'm not saying anything about those players. But they all made mistakes, and that's going to happen throughout the game.
You haven't
But-
come to learn that's the way these guys coach.
But that doesn't make it right.
it doesn't, because then you become too predictable.
That's my whole. If you keep running into a block wall, and instead of going off to your right, and then there's an open door to you, and you're going to keep running through that brick wall, it doesn't mean that it's right.
2 weeks ago, I guess it was against Seattle, I want to say.
Right.
They had one healthy running back on the team. Well, two if you can include Boston Scott. And, he's a practice squad guy.
I understand, but it's still you have to. They knew it makes it easy for the defense. The Seattle Seahawks knew what we were doing every play. Either if it was because Dillard was the way he was setting up on at the right end tackle, or what it was, they knew every play that we were doing. Either because we have 10 plays and that's all we run, and the past 3 games you had 150 run pass plays to 55.
What does that mean? She's
What?
working and can't watch, and what does that mean?
Every time,
I don't understand.
every Sunday that she works at the Eagles play, they lose.
Okay.
Well, then schedule off. Let's go. We got 4 games left.
She's working the 22nd when they play Dallas.
That's not good. Schedule off.
So, Tom, your wife needs to quit her job.
No, the Eagles just need to catch the ball and block.
Or that.
Right? Catch the ball and block. Real simple.
It's probably cheaper for
Real
Tom
simple.
to do that.
Football's a simple game. These coaches, they want to make it out to these great things that catch the ball, run the ball, block,
Yep.
rush the quarterback.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
But if the coach isn't going to change it, then who's going to change it?
This is where you and I disagree.
No, I'm just saying if the coach if and it's not
If that-
and that coach doesn't mean it's Peterson. It means it's Carson, Welch, and Grow.
Okay.
If they're letting these guys in practice make these mistakes
All right.
over and over again in practice, not running the right routes,
Here's my, and I'm
That's all
going
coaching.
to lay it out on the table. If these guys know the game plan and they execute the game plan, they win, right? They win the game. They execute the plays. Everything's on target.
no,
what I
I
mean?
didn't think they were winning with the game plan they had. I didn't think they were winning the Miami game, even if Ertz makes that catch, even if Elliott makes that kick.
Even when they're up 2 touchdowns,
Yep.
you thought what the defense at that point was toast because they were on the field too much.
Because you're not doing what well, that's part of it. The defense wasn't doing what they were supposed to do. But help the defense.
I get that.
And you could have made it where instead of having 7 possessions in the second half, they could have had 4 possessions if you ran the ball more.
Right.
And then they can't win. You're up. There was a stat, I think it was 42-0 teams were that you're up when you're up by 14 points and you don't lose. We were the first team to lose when you're up by 14 points like that.
Setting records.
Wrong ones, but you have to run the ball. 7 times running the ball in the second half, and running the ball might be a little screen pass off to Sanders or whatever. That doesn't mean that you have to hand it off, but I'm just saying short things, control the game clock and move. You got to not try to throw bombs down the field. That's the part where it's
I'm not
frustrating.
disagreeing with you there.
And
You
we're
know,
not we don't disagree too much. I mean, maybe it's the way I speak or
No,
try to explain it. It's
no.
just
You're good. You had your Snicker bar an hour ago.
no, you know,
Good.
it's just players have to make the plays too. I'm not disagreeing with that, but you have to put your coaches have to put your players in the best spot. Belichick, Sean Payton, you know, all your top coaches that you have, Ron Rivera, like they morph into whoever each week. You know, the Dolphins can't stop the run. You run the ball. You don't throw it 40, 50, almost 50 times last week. That's just wrong, especially when you're getting your butt kicked on defense because you're the other quarterback is smart enough to figure out just throw the ball down and you're making it. Help your defense out by running the ball and not have them on the field for
All right, you
7 possessions.
you got 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes to explain to me how great Schwartz is.
I'm not saying he was great.
You got 4 minutes.
I don't. I'm not saying we've been saying that we don't. You know,
How is he better than what we got?
how Schwartz better than what we got.
Yeah.
What do you mean better than
Well,
Peterson or?
yeah.
Well, I don't know that he is better than Peterson. I mean, I'm not saying it's all coaching. I mean, it works hand in hand with everybody.
Okay.
Peterson just gets if I'm explaining, sound like I'm more on Peterson. It's not all on Peterson. It's all these guys, but Peterson's the head guy.
Right.
So I mean, he's
So did
So
Coach Schwartz, the defensive coordinator, put his guys in the right position
no.
on Sunday?
No, I think they all overlooked the Dolphins and thought they were winning this
Because
game.
how many points did they give up?
37.
Okay.
right. So you're talking
And they were
underestimation.
averaging about, what, less than 20 a game?
Yeah, players didn't make the plays, on defense. But like I said, they didn't have to make all those plays if you do other things.
Well, you're not going to keep the defense off the field all day. I don't care how good or bad you are.
Right.
That's not going to happen.
but could
In the past couple of weeks, the Dolphins were playing better football.
well they are, and you know what? The same thing's going to happen with the Redskins. The Redskins are playing better now with the new head coach and the new coach. They won 2 out of the last 4 games.
So Joe Stinger has a
Yeah.
question. So you're saying it's all the coaches?
It's all the coaches, yeah. Not the whole problem with it's talent and everything, but it's every coach that's on this team. I don't think they coach them properly to be aggressive, and that's part of the problem with Schwartz.
They weren't aggressive against Seattle or New England. That game plan went where? They didn't get on the plane with the rest of the players?
Well, that game plan, I think that the game plan was fine. It's just they stepped up to that competition. The players did in those games.
So how?
So I mean, but you see in all these games, these wide receivers like Parker jumping up, going and getting the ball. Seattle receivers going and getting the balls. We don't get those 50-50 balls. Our guys, offensively or defensively. That's a competition within your team. That's whether it's because of injuries, whether it's because we won the Super Bowl 2 years ago and we're living on the high.
So unfortunately, this discussion will be to be continued. And I will bring along my friend again to ask the hard question. I want you to continue doing your homework. I want you to continue taking notes. I want you to continue jotting down all these percentages and all this sort of stuff. I get it. I get it. So you're out there. You've made the choice that Eli's going to come back and beat up the Birds on Monday night.
I think I'm just afraid of it. I don't know that they're going to win. I didn't say they're going to win. I just don't like. I'd rather see them play against Jones than.
Give me a prediction.
Just to save the link. That's a tough one. I really don't know.
I don't think they're you have
I don't have a feel as right now as far as a score either way.
win or lose.
I gotta say they gotta win.
You got to win.
I'm winning.
I got to win, of course.
Yeah.
No, I mean they gotta win.
So we all can't be right.
Right, and that's what makes
Sure, we can.
That's what has me.
Stay with me with this,
Yeah.
would you?
Okay.
Please, please.
That's
Don't ruin my strategy here.
that's my fear. The same reason.
He's not sitting here because he's good looking.
No,
None of us are sitting here because we're good looking.
it's.
Speak for yourself.
I am speaking for all three of us.
I do have a fear. Well, that's what I have a fear that.
Well, you got that Eli fear because he hasn't played for 6 weeks.
Well,
right?
That, and I also have just a fear. I don't see us winning these 4 games out. So, whether it's this game or not, I don't know. See, the 35-10, that's what everybody thought with the with the Dolphins too, and how that turned out.
I'm just glad to see we've got the popular vote. And we still got Eagles fans.
Oh, we all
I
are.
don't think
we're fly Eagles fly.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to lose.
We're going to bleed and die green and gold and silver. But
you're not.
I'm telling you, I am.
You're not. You're getting kicked off the party bus.
All right. Because you're telling the truth doesn't mean,
hold that thought.
Okay.
Okay. We'll be back in a couple weeks.
Yes, we will.
We'll be back in a couple weeks.
You get a break from me next week with
I get no breaks.
Yes, you do.
I get you all the time. I get you all the time.
The viewers get a break from me next week.
So next Wednesday.
Yes.
Wellahans.
Yes.
BJ Wellahans, Newtown Square. Chris Jenkins, Chris Kringle. Come on out. There's going to be a lot of fun going on. We got a family for Christmas that we've adopted. So if you can find it in your heart to bring a present for one of the children, maybe a gift card for one of the parents.
How old are the kids,
It's all posted on our page.
Okay. All right.
Everything's up on the page.
All right.
Check us out on Facebook, This Fan's View. You guys got anything? Not you. You got anything else?
No. Looking forward to the weekend.
Okay. Well, it's good to have you back. Glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
And
just bring home a win. That's all I want. Just bring a win.
I tried my best.
No,
I tried my best.
All I want is to win this Sunday. That's all I want.
Cowboys tomorrow night versus the Bears. The Bears.
The Bears.
Thursday night football.
I'm a Bears fan tomorrow.
So,
yep.
Hey, again, it's great having everybody, join us tonight. Thanks for all the questions and comments. Thanks to John. Thanks to Mario. Thanks to all of you. And come out next Wednesday night, PJ Wellahans. Get there early.
Stay late.
It's gonna be a great show for sure.
Yeah.
So until next Wednesday.
I think we're in the main room again, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So we're in the. I don't think we're ever going to go back to the back room.
Of course not. I mean, we fill the whole restaurant now.
Yeah.
So it's This Fan's View. Mario, John, myself. Have a great night.
Yes.
Should we do this?
I don't know.
No.
No.
We won't do it.
No.
All right. Hope that's not a
precursor.
Yeah.